Good afternoon and welcome to Eye on the Desert. I'm Patrick Evans, your host, and today I'm joined by Richard Arthur, who is an author and a painter. And you have your fifth novel out now. It's called Bedside Matters. And I was just looking it over. It sounds fascinating. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Patrick. Great to be
So,
with you.
give folks a little thumbnail sketch. This is a journey at the very end of an interesting life.
Yes, my story is focused on one man, one person who's facing a terminal illness, and the story is the last year of his life. We meet Walter, my protagonist. He's a bit of a curmudgeon. He has spent his entire life focused on his business, neglected his family. His wife divorced him. His children, now adults, they come and visit him bedside in his last year, as does his ex-wife and several other people new to him, caretakers, who actually open Walter's eyes to a whole new slant in life. He learns from some of his caregivers what it's like to be disenfranchised. For example, there's a woman of color. He's never even talked to a person of color who does his nails and then it becomes his physical therapist. It's not a grim story because it ends up that Walter realizes he's no better, no worse than every other person on earth. He's an everyman who has to face the inevitable. And he does so with a measure of grace that he accepts. And more than accepts his fate, he realizes that in his last year, he's actually had an opportunity to learn so much more about himself and the world around him.
I love the setup of the story because his body is failing. He was a successful businessman. He's left an empire to his daughter, who is sort of hell-bent on following in her father's footsteps. And he starts to ask some really big questions, bigger than, do I need to make a fortune? But really, he's trying to discern the meaning of his own life.
Well, he's had a huge hurdle to overcome, as do his loved ones, as do any person who's dying, has the opportunity to have some time near the end, and their family. Everything in our culture is set up to prolong life and to right up into the last breath, our medical profession. And it's very hard sometimes for the person who is facing the end to let go. And especially for the loved ones who are trying a second or third opinion, a new therapy of sorts. And I wanted to create a character in whose heart and mind I could climb into as a fictional vehicle to see exactly what's going on with Walter. And, you know, he begins to appreciate the activity of birds out his window and the flowers and the tiny maneuverings of an insect or a spider. He realizes that when push comes to shove, we all have to leave life and we're part of all living things. And that is quite an extraordinary journey that I think he takes. And as a writer, I think it became a dress rehearsal for me to think, boy, when my time comes, I'd love it to happen and leave on such a note of peace, as does my hero.
Well, it is, I think it's a great opportunity for your readers to go on this journey and ask themselves some of the big questions and on a finality that we all face at some point. So thanks for embarking on that journey with us. And it's a pleasure to have you on the program. The book is available. It's called Bedside Matters. You can get it at Amazon and all of your regular book outlets. So check it out. It's going to be a terrific read for you as we head into those warm summer months. Richard, thank you.
Thank you again, Patrick. It's been a pleasure.